license here and just doing all movies, just a bunch of different random movie facts about probably some very famous movies I could tell, so should be a lot of fun. You can comment down below if you want to, maybe your favorite movie of all time, or some other facts that you know or found out about looking into some movies yourself. I think it'd be kind of cool. Also, make sure you do like the video if you do like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, Saturday's video, is going to be a very special video. I guess if you want to call it special, but I'm actually going to be doing like recreating my first ASMR video. So Saturday, make sure you guys tune in. I'll be recreating my first ever ASMR video, which was close to 5 years ago. That is just mind-blowing. So hopefully you guys will really enjoy that, because I know I definitely will. So again, make sure you subscribe, don't miss out, like the video if you do like the video, and yeah, I think that's everything. Let's get started. Alrighty, so I just pulled some up on my phone, which again, I do apologize. I feel like the last handful of videos I've made have just been like me talking to you guys, rambling, like whispering, looking at my phone. I have a lot of ideas set for videos, but again, I'm going on vacation starting on this Saturday actually, so it's kind of hard to sort of film 2 videos a day, trying to come up with 2 new videos a day. It's really hard to do, so I hope you guys understand that. Next week I have a lot of really fun sort of videos made and planned for you guys, so I really hope you guys can just stay with me on these ones. I actually do just love these little chill sit down videos with you guys, which you guys know I love, just connecting with you guys, just having a little bit more, I guess, insight on interest, not just, hey, I'm ASMballeR, the basketball guy on YouTube. I just want to be more of like, hey, I'm just a guy who likes sports. I do movies, I do RPs, I do a bunch of different other stuff, so hopefully you guys can understand doing some movie facts. These are going to be movie facts about, again, some very popular movies all the time, old ones, new ones. Should be a lot of fun. I was actually sort of contemplating on if I should do a Disney fact movie video like I've done for Marvel and Star Wars. I've thought about doing, I don't know how into Disney you guys are, but I've thought about doing one, but maybe instead I'll just do a couple of Disney facts first. So here's one that's actually kind of funny. Toy Story 2 was actually almost deleted. That's actually kind of funny. It says here that a command entered into the master machine. No idea what that means. Maybe just some big computer they put all the sort of almost completed movies in, and Disney, where the animation for Toy Story 2 was stored, deleted 90% of the work the Pixar team had done on the movie at that time. That would be so crazy, because like obviously like millions and millions and millions of dollars go into making those movies, and hours and hours and hours get put into it as well. I don't understand why they would even have that sort of like method on having a code to even sort of do something like that, like delete everything with one code. Like, that's so weird. It actually says here that the film's technical director had a copy that she's been working on from home. So she actually had a copy of basically the entire movie at home, so they only lost about 10% of what they originally worked on. That's just, again, just like, why would there even be like a need for a code to delete everything? Like, that is just so weird to me. Another Disney one here we have pet rats sold big after the movie Ratatouille, which is actually, man, it's definitely one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I absolutely love Ratatouille with all my heart. I love it so much. I love food. I actually really enjoy cooking. I would love to do a ASMR cooking video. That would be so fire. I have no idea how I would even do it, but I would love to do that type of video. But yes, rats as pets skyrocketed to the moon after the movie Ratatouille, which is really cool. I mean, I would never get a rat. I'm not sold very much more as pets, but actually taken from their natural habitats. That one's actually kind of messed up, I'm not gonna lie. It says here, marine biologists reported that the number of reported clownfish dropped as much as 75% in the Australian reefs that they inhabited. So, I mean, obviously a lot of people were probably selling clownfish as pets, were probably just diving in there and snatching them up. That's actually kind of very sad, actually. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, you really see those types of fish like everywhere, and like whenever you go to like a zoo or anywhere that has like some sort of aquarium, people always look at those and say, hey, there's Nemo, there's Dory. Whenever you see those like little blue fish, or whenever like one of those like thinly shaped yellowfish swim by, someone says, oh, that's the Bubbles guy. Like, that's actually kind of funny, but very sad that that happens. Another fact that we have here is that the screenwriter for Taxi Driver, which again, hopefully is a movie you have seen before. It's definitely a very intense, really cool movie with Robert De Niro. Taxi Driver was actually written fully in just 2 weeks. That's definitely pretty crazy. He said that he crashed at his girlfriend's place and wrote it continuously for 2 weeks. That's pretty crazy, and it was only about 60 pages long. That's crazy. I mean, I wonder how long it actually takes for like a lot of those older like 80s, 90s movies to be written and finished, because man, I mean, nowadays we think about movies that are like box office hits and things like that, man, they take like months and maybe even years to create a script. I mean, think about the Avengers movies, like, oh my god, they have to dig so deep that they have to find things and make things work and make things make sense. I feel like it's been a very long time since we just had like movies just come out and made. Well, I guess technically those movies are just like Netflix movies and Amazon movies and blah 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 movies. We really ever see those type of like standalone, really great movies come out in theaters anymore. It's pretty rare, at least in my eyes. It says here another Disney one. I don't know why they threw in that Taxi Driver one in there kind of randomly. It says here that the animators in Up counted how many balloons they used to make Up the movie, and it says here that 10,297 balloons were used in the movie Up. Wow, that's definitely a lot. But do you think that is still enough to make a house fly? Probably not. I don't think it was like a Mythbusters episode, but I think someone on like YouTube made a video about, you know, how real is that, like fact or cap or something like that, about you know, having a big object like that, like a house, even float using balloons, and it would probably take, dude, I don't even know, like maybe, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think. It would take a lot. I think definitely, I have no idea. Houses are pretty heavy, obviously. This is kind of a funny one. In Jurassic Park, the raptor sounds used throughout the movie were actually used and captured from tortoise mating sounds. That's actually pretty funny. It says here the sound designer also experimented with horse breathing sounds and geese hissing sounds, but the tortoises provided more of a sound that they were looking for. Wow, okay, well, geese hissing sounds. Oh god, that's so weird. Or horse breathing sounds. That's really weird. That is something that's actually pretty interesting about being like a sound editor, director. Like, those people who like sit in like those rooms, sort of track where sound should be in the movies and then like create them. I think that's actually such a cool job. Like, when someone's walking in snow, they take like, you know, themselves and they start walking in snow and they take that sound bite and they add it into the movie later on. I think that's such a cool thing. You see a lot in like video games and things like that when they're creating the sounds for video games and stuff. That would actually be like a super sick job, but tortoises, that's interesting. It says here, Jaws. Most famous line in the movie was improvised. Wow. It says here that the best known line from Jaws how small the boats were. I mean, man, if you're like actually filming on a boat, I'm sure that would suck a lot, because man, if that thing topples over, man, that's definitely not very good. And you're like running around on the boat, like trying to act like there's a big old killer shark running around, or I guess swimming around. That's pretty funny. Wow, improvise. I feel like there's so many other good improvised lines throughout movie history too. This one actually seems pretty interesting. It says here that the most profitable film of all time. Can you guess it? Can you think what it is? Is it Avengers? Is it Titanic? That's a good one. Is it Avatar? Not The Last Airbender, but Blue People Avatar. The answer is no. The answer is actually Paranormal Activity. Yes, Paranormal Activity is the most profitable film of all time. Do you know why? The filming of Paranormal Activity only took about $60,000 to make. It took them an entirety of $60,000 to make, which I'm assuming most of it went to like the renting of like the set or like the house they used. Probably none of the actors really got paid a whole lot for that movie, not gonna lie. I don't even think they really used like anyone, like big box office named actors, actresses. Don't think so. And made $90 million in the box office. Wow. A movie costed $60,000 to make. It says here for promotion, they did about $400,000 in promotion. Commercials, billboards, posters, all that stuff. It made $90 million. That is insane. $500,000 to $90 million. That's definitely a pretty good investment if you ask me. I was actually a pretty big fan of the first Paranormal Activity movie, but then now there's like 7, maybe 8 other Paranormal Activity movies, and now they have like a bunch of spin-offs of those movies and things like that. So the first one, definitely back in the day, was definitely a lot of fun, that's for sure. That movie came out in 2015, by the way. 2015, that feels like forever ago. We have here the two least profitable films of all time. Can you guess what they are? Man, if you asked me this question, I would actually have no idea where to start. I don't know. Maybe like a superhero movie, maybe. I don't know. It says here that the two least profitable movies of all time were actually both made from Disney. Yes, they were both Disney movies. The second one was actually the movie John Carter. Let me know if you have ever seen the movie John Carter. I think, you know what, I don't think I ever actually have seen this movie, and that's coming from like a pretty big Disney fan. I don't think I've ever watched John Carter. I just know it's like a dude who like lives on a different planet, and there's like aliens running around. That's all I know about the movie. I think it's also a remake of an older like 80s movie, I think it is, or 90s movie, John Carter. But the least most profitable movie of all time is actually Mars Needs different. I love it so much, though. I am so obsessed with Star Wars. I love it so much. I cannot wait for like another fun like Star Wars thing, like movie or game or something to come out. This is one that I actually have never heard of before. It says here that it also would be really weird. It says Bill Murray. Bill Murray was actually considered for the role of Batman. Bill Murray, yes, the funny guy, Bill Murray, considered for the role as Batman. Wow, that's pretty interesting. He was considered for the role of the 1989 film of Batman, the one that was eventually taken over by Michael Keaton. You know, that is a good Batman movie. I think that's also the one with, isn't that the one with, what's his name? Jack Nicholson, right? He plays the Joker in that movie. Yeah, that is the one. I keep getting that one mixed up, and then also the Batman and Robin movie, where I think George Clooney plays Batman in that movie. That's also a really good Batman movie, but Michael Keaton's Batman is also pretty good. There's one for the spooky season as well. Scream. The original name for the movie Scream was actually Scary Movie, which is funny because the movie Scary Movie is sort of making fun of the movie Scream. That's really weird, and that sort of all comes to full circle, that the original name for Scream was Scary Movie, but they changed it to Scream, and the movie Scary Movie comes from the movie Scream, if you can follow. That's pretty interesting. It says here that the producer of the movie listened to Michael Jackson's Scream and sort of took inspiration from that and thought it was a catchy name for their upcoming movie. I guess it would make sense because, like, well, maybe it wouldn't, because the movie Scary Movie, people know what that movie is. Like, if I say Scary Movie, you know it's the sort of rip-off sort of comedy horror movies that, or there's like 7 or 6 of them now that are out. The first one's actually really good, but yeah, that's actually pretty interesting that they changed the name. That's pretty funny. Another one for the spooky holiday season we have here, it says, in It Chapter 2, which again, the original It movies are so good. Those are so good. Make sure you guys see those movie sets for sure. It says here that a record of 5,000 gallons of fake blood were used in the iconic shot of the bathroom scene. 5,000 gallons. That's a lot. Like, I would have to look up like what that would even fill up, but like 5,000 gallons. 5,000 gallons of water sounds like a lot, but man, 5,000 gallons of fake blood. It's the most for any movie ever. I wonder if that's the most for any movie ever in one scene, or just like in a total movie, but wow. 5,000 gallons, that's a lot. Another one here, we have here of Rocky 4, I think. It says here that Sylvester Stallone wanted to make sure the boxing scenes looked real, and in Rocky 4 he instructed Dolph, the big, blonde Russian guy, to actually hit him. A punch to his chest left Stallone in the ICU for 9 days. Man, yeah, I mean, if you get hit in technically the wrong spot, but if you get hit in the right spot, I mean, you can crack a rib, break a rib, you can puncture a lung, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like, that's just crazy. And we have here not so much a crazy sort of fact, but definitely one that I didn't know, that the Princess Diaries, which I'm assuming a movie we have all seen, hopefully you've seen it, they're actually pretty good, well, it's actually pretty good, was a movie produced by Whitney Houston. I have never caught that before, that Whitney Houston produced the Princess Diaries. That's super crazy, man. That's pretty cool though. I did actually just watched, I don't know why this came into my head, I watched that new Jake Gyllenhaal movie, The Guilty, on Netflix, and he actually produced that movie. And I think another movie he was in not too long spoilers alert if you have never seen Endgame. I'm sure everyone on planet Earth has seen Endgame, but the death of Tony Stark was completely made up. It says here that Tom Holland said that a few people on set only knew about Tony Stark's death. Obviously, the producers, screenwriters, the director, but only Tony, Peter Parker himself. Pepper obviously was in there, and also War Machine. So 4 actors were the only people who knew what was going to happen in that scene, and the scene was very vaguely made up. There were some stepping stones that needed to happen, but most of it, if not a vast majority of it, was completely on the spot, made up. That's actually pretty cool. Thinking back to that movie, it was obviously like very emotional, but what now makes it really cool is thinking that these characters are not, it's not just the characters feeling this emotion for these people, it's the actors also feeling like, oh, this is the end of this guy, like this is the end of us seeing like Robert Downey Jr. as the actor, and that emotion doesn't only tie into the characters through the screen, but also the actors. That's actually pretty deep. That's pretty cool. It's like actually knowing that it is the end of something that is very cool. That's very cool. But yeah, guys, I think that is going to be it for me. Again, sorry these videos have been sort of lackluster this past week. You guys really did seem to like a small handful of them, but next week when I am on vacation, I do have some videos set up for you guys.